Dear students, we have completed the first part of the third chapter. The first part name is His First Flight. We have done the explanation of the whole first part, and we have done discussed the question answers also. Now it's time to discuss about the summary of the chapter. So let's start with discussing the summary of the chapter first. This is an imaginary story of a young seagull. The time had come for the seagull that he must learn how to fly. His two brothers and his little sister had learned how to fly by emulating their parents, by following their parents. They had simply run to the brink of the ledge, flapped their wings, and flown away. But when the young seagull came to the brink and tried to fly in the air, he became afraid. He felt sure that if he tried to fly, his wings would not support him and he will fall into the sea below. So he ran back to his hole on the ledge. The seagull's parents came to take him along with them, but he denied to fly. They threatened that he would starve on the ledge if he did not fly, but the bird was too afraid to move. 24 hours have 24 hours passed. The seagull had not eaten anything. He began to feel very hungry. He saw his mother sitting on a plateau. She was eating a fish. And by seeing this scene only increased his hunger. He became maddened. We have uh, we have studied this. He requested his mother to bring him some food. The mother looked at him derisively, but then she picked up a piece of fish and flew towards him. The mother did not come to him. She came a little bit nearer, then she stopped her wings and became motionless. The seagull wondered. He was in surprise that why she was not coming near to him. He could not bear it any longer. He was maddened by hunger and he forgot that he was afraid of flying and he dived at fish. He couldn't reach his mother but fell from the ledge downwards into space. He was filled with fear and cried. He was frozen with fear, but that only lasted for a moment. He spread his wings and tried to fly. Suddenly he found that he was flying. He cried with joy and started flying higher and higher. His parents, brothers, and sister flew around him and screamed with joy. After some time, the seagull's parents, brother, and sister landed on the sea. They asked him to do the same. The seagull thought that it was green flooring. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it and he cried with fear, tried to fly again, but his belly touched the water and he did not drown. He began to float on the sea. His family members commended, the meaning, praised him, and gave him pieces of fish to eat. So, in this way, the seagull had made his first flight. Thus, we can say, thus the seagull had made his first flight. So, this was the discussion of summary. Now, we will discuss about the theme of the chapter, or we can say theme of the story. Well, for me, the theme of the story, his first flight, is having courage and self-confidence. It is all about having courage and self-confidence in yourself. You have to believe you have to have confidence on yourself. The story is about a seagull who was very afraid of flying, and he was on its stage of learning how to fly. It also tells it also deals with the theme of how to overcome fears and move forward in our lives. It speaks about this story speaks about the self confidence, which is one of the most important features which an individual should possess. if you don't have confidence, you can never ever overcome your fears. And the best way to overcome your fear is to face it, not to run away from it, is to face it. If you don't have self confidence, you would not be able to do anything in this world. The mother seagull turned to be cruel, but her intention was kind. She wanted her child to be self confident, to learn how to fly. That's why she became cruel, but her intention was not cruel. Her intention was to make her child self confident. She wanted the fear of the young seagull to go away. She No parents in the world would want that their child would become a coward, and because of that cowardice, people would call him a coward. No parents in this world want, and parents play a really important role. And the theme, I would say that it is about to overcome your fear by facing it, not to run away from it. So that was the theme of the chapter. Now we will discuss about the message of the chapter. Message of the chapter, according to me, is a parable. The seagulls convey the message of self confidence, motivation, and self reliance. The mother seagull motivates the young one enough to get him to learn flying. The baby seagull understands and realizes the importance of belief and faith. We know that he was so afraid of flying, he was afraid of seeing the vast expanse of the sea in front of him, and he was just couldn't gather the courage. But then he realizes that it is very important to have self belief and faith on yourself. He flaps his wings to learn flying, and again the confidence to be independent. The story conveys the message, I would say: give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. The message also stresses the importance of family ties and the bonding and support of family. If the mother did not had have the cruel behavior towards the young seagull, he would have never ever jumped and learned how to fly. So importance of family is also, the family plays a very important role in a child's upbringing, to make a child confident, self dependent, and have faith on himself. Though their ways could be hard, children would think that their parents are so harsh towards them, but they never ever have wrong intentions toward their children. They always want the betterment of their children. So family is also very important, and the self belief and the confidence on yourself is also very important to do anything in the life. This was, I think, the message of the chapter, or this is the message of the chapter, we can say. So we have discussed about the summary, theme, and the message of the chapter. I hope you have no doubt about the chapter now, and you can answer any question if it will be asked from you. So thank you. We will meet soon.